My name's Jonathan Levien.
I'm Doshi.
And we are Doshi Levien. We're here in our studio in Columbia Road in London. We've worked on a couple of projects already with Kvadrat. For the Pilates installation, which has debuted at the London Kvadrat showroom, we were interested to show the fabrics in an architectural way and to show them as these monolithic pillars of fabric. I think Kvadrat were depending on us to bring something fresh, something new to the conversation of fabrics. You know, we had our own way of doing this, and we're coming from not a background of textile design so much, so we're bringing some of our processes from furniture design and product design through to the fabric design.
In the beginning, it was clear that we weren't doing an upholstery fabric, because that would have been something that one would expect us to do, because we use a lot of the Kvadrat fabrics in our upholstery.
I think we were looking at the collection in terms of not so much a furnishing fabric, but as an interior element that architects could use for their projects. And that changes the way that we perceive the material, because then we're creating space with this material, with color and texture.
Our first presentation to Kvadrat was in fact about 30 plaster castings to create a soft material. For us, it was interesting to start with the hard material to come up with a textile fabric. I think the idea really was to show the sensuality of the curtains, to not just show them in a flat way, but to create this sense of lightness in a building. I find it impossible to draw without color, and color is very much part of the idea for a collection. I'm very inspired by sun-faded colors or colors that feel like intrinsic color of a material. And yet we also have some really bright accents. So I think it's a real mix, but it's not a scientific, rational way of looking at color. It's working very much with the feeling.
I noticed the way that you were painting surfaces with the color and then punching holes in the sheets and then laying another color behind. And it was very much a kind of a sculptural, sort of dynamic process where you were bringing colors together, and you could see the palette kind of emerging as the time went on.
I think it's as much about inspiring architects to use color, because it's, I think, one thing, the textiles are the last thing that people think of, whereas what we wanted was that the textile to be in the initial palette for the building.